Hi, everybody. My name is Unique C. Starks. I'm a social worker at the Center for Justice. And
Hi everyone. Oh, sorry. Hi everyone. I'm Brianna Fuentes. I am a student at John Jay, and I am a social work intern at Columbia.
so, over the last 4 months, I had the great opportunity to work with Maurice, Stanley, Calvin, Jermaine, Jamar, and Leon. This experience has been super impactful. Like, I've been doing this work for 7 years as a social worker, but this is the first time I really got to learn like so much, and I was hands-on with the process. And I would say I've grown so much in this role than I ever have before. So first I would like to start with like, sorry, I'm a little nervous. So have you ever gone 45 days without knowing where your next meal is gonna come from? So, a program and an initiative and an innovation that has been super impactful in my work, the National Executive Council and the Department of Social Services partnered together to create an initiative where when folks come home for incarceration, they have money, they have food, they don't have to wonder where food is going to come from, they don't have to wonder where money is going to come from. So when I sit down and I'm like, okay, you have this number and there's a card with $400 on it and food, that lessens the gap, that lessens disparity, and there's more opportunity where we don't have to figure out how will we eat, because that's a real problem, right? And that's part of the reentry work that I got to learn from. Another part is the Justice Ambassadors Youth Council. It's created by a former ICJ graduate, Jarrell Daniels, and I feel like in doing the work, the people closest to it should be part of the solution. So what Justice Ambassadors did was it provides life skills, but not only life skills, it provides mentorship. So not only do you get taught certain skills about what is it like to be a man in society, what is it like to be a black man in society, how do you set goals that are meaningful to you and you have supportive networks to achieve them. Jarrell not only teaches these skills, but he holds your hand. Night or day, he's available. And that's a model that I've been able to model by both Geraldine, Jarrell, and Claudia that have guided me in doing this work. It's not just I'm going to teach you something, but I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to do this together. And that has been super impactful in the process. Another thing I would like to talk about is the center. At the center, working with Jermaine, working with Jamar, working with Calvin, working with Maurice and Stanley, creating a personal plan that has been super geared to what they want to do. It's no blueprint. It's not you must go to school, you must get a job, you must get this. It's what do you want to do and how do we help you achieve it? And that's what reentry looks like at the center. So it's important to have these safety networks. It's important to have someone you can call in crises, because we're getting reacclimated to what does it look like to be back in society? What does it look like to reacclimate with your family and friends? You're not the same person you were when you went inside. So like really doing this work has shown me what does it look like to really show up, but not show up based on what I think you should have, but you're teaching me how to do the work. You're teaching me how to show up every day. And I'm grateful to be able to have partnered with you all and be learning and growing. I was telling Maurice before this, before this speech, don't be nervous, and I'm up here shaking in my boots. So like, it's like you get to learn every single day working with them, and I'm grateful for that opportunity.
When it comes to the Center for Justice, there's one thing that the center strives to help individuals reach their dreams. Every day we were graced with the presence of Jamar, Jermaine, Calvin, Maurice, Stanley, and Leon, in which we are glad to celebrate them today and hear more about the proposal that they have been working on. The fact that they had so much happening in their lives post-release and committed to ICJ post-release indicates that the impact of ICJ had on them and the support that was provided post-release. They spent countless hours researching their topics. I'm sorry. Whew. Sorry. Okay. and the support that was provided post-release. They spent countless hours researching their topics and sharing the most vulnerable things that they've experienced. Every week, I looked forward to the meetings where I was able to connect and understand each of them. Whether it be assistance with housing, employment, school, or something else, each of these men presented grace and determination. I've been introduced to the intelligence, determinations, and perseverance they each have. I have learned from them just as much as they have learned from the center. Watching them bloom into who they are now has been the best journey.
So we would like to finish. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Louis, who we've partnered with, Docs, D.A. Bragg for making this happen, Lucy Lang for creating this program, to all the participants and the ADAs who have spent countless hours working on these projects and leaning with vulnerability. We've brought so many smiles into this room. We brought so much light and so much inspiration. So as we close out, I would like to leave you all with this quote from the great Angela Davis. The idea of freedom is inspiring, but what does it mean if you are free in a political sense but have no food? What's that? The freedom to starve.